Hey A&Pers, this is Dr. Jones checking in. This is A&P II Lab 4, Video 1. So we're starting with the urinary system, and this is a kidney. Ta-da! As you may know, the term for kidney is renal, so we're going to have lots of renal things in this list. So first we have the fibrous capsule. Because the kidney is retroperitoneal, it does not have serosa or visceral peritoneum. It has a fibrous capsule, so that'll be this brown layer. The hilum is the same as the hilum on the lung. It's this region where all the plumbing goes in and out. So this is the hilum, or hilus will be the same term. The renal sinus are these areas that are yellow with the blood vessels in them. So the renal sinuses. And the ureter is the tube that carries the urine that's made in the kidney to the urinary bladder. The renal cortex is the outer edge, just like we had the adrenal cortex of the adrenal gland. It's the outer part of the organ. And then the renal medulla is the center of the, well, this part here, of the kidney, just like the adrenal medulla was the squishy gooey filling of the adrenal gland. See, renal pyramids are these pyramidal shapes. And when they're cut, of course, a pyramid looks like a triangle. So these are your renal pyramids. And they are part of the renal medulla. And in between two renal pyramids is a renal column. So the renal columns and the renal pyramids make up your renal medulla. The points of the renal pyramids where the urine drips out, because the urine is made in the pyramids, is the renal papilla. So those are the renal papilla. And the renal pelvis, the renal papilla drip urine into this space here. Each of these is a minor calyx, C-A-L-Y-X. The plural of that will be calyces, C-A-L-I-C-E-S. So when two minor calyces get together, two or more, then that makes a major calyx. And when all the major calyces get together, that makes this the renal pelvis, and then that leads to the ureter. So this next model is one of these pyramids, but with the renal cortex, and in fact it will start with the fibrous capsule. So here's your fibrous capsule. We've got the renal cortex, and this is renal medulla, specifically a renal pyramid. And these pearls each represent an entire nephron. Now only these two does it show the whole nephron because there's just not enough space to show all of them here because they squiggle around three-dimensionally and we only have a two-dimensional representation. So these top ones are all going to be cortical nephrons. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8 cortical nephrons on this model. They're in the cortex, they have a shorter loop, and they make a less concentrated urine. Now just next to the medulla, remember this is the renal medulla, the pyramid of the medulla, and